Dark magic, ancient secrets, and a magical world waiting to be explored. Hogwarts Legacy offers us the chance to live out our own adventure in the wizarding world. Now, if you plan on buying Hogwarts Legacy, here is everything you need to know before you play. Make sure to keep watching to find out everything about the game and how you can best prepare for it. Hogwarts Legacy is a single-player, open-world action RPG set in the wizarding world. It's a highly anticipated game that many Harry Potter fans have been waiting a long time for, as it's the first of its kind. However, Hogwarts Legacy offers a separate story to Harry Potter's, as it's set in the 1800s. In Hogwarts Legacy, your character is a 5th-year student at Hogwarts who holds the key to an ancient magic secret that threatens to tear the wizarding world apart. Whilst facing dark wizards and a mounting goblin rebellion, the player can choose to use their powers for good or choose to go down a darker path. Hogwarts Legacy puts the player at the centre of their own adventure to ultimately leave their own legacy at Hogwarts. Players can level up and gain experience by learning new spells, completing puzzles, brewing potions, and caring for magical creatures. We also have companions that help us throughout the game. Natsai Onai from Gryffindor, Poppy Sweeting from Hufflepuff, Sebastian Sallow from Slytherin, and potentially Amit from Ravenclaw. These characters have their own stories for us to learn about and side quests for us to complete. The Hogwarts Legacy story offers something new to focus on: ancient magic. This ancient mystery seems to be the main theme in the game. Let's break it down. In the original reveal trailer, we learn that the strange and mysterious talent you possess may be the key to unlocking this dormant power. Fast forward to the state of play, and they confirm our character has a unique ability to manipulate powerful ancient magic hidden in the wizarding world. You'll need to uncover what's behind the return of this forgotten magic and who is seeking to harness it to destroy wizard kind. We know that ancient magic was hidden away in the wizarding world because it was too powerful or too dangerous. So, who hid this ancient magic away? We know Merlin had something to do with it for sure. There have been many references to him throughout the gameplay footage so far, such as his name on the windows, statues of him, and his book of runes in the headmaster's office. Moving on to our time at Hogwarts, Professor Fig will be one of our most valuable allies when investigating this ancient magic secret and what's behind the return of it. Overall, the story offers something really exciting, and it will be really interesting to get to the bottom of this mystery. In Hogwarts Legacy, we have the opportunity to explore a ton of familiar Harry Potter locations, but also some new places, starting with our home, Hogwarts Castle itself. It's been adapted to its full size for the game, and it is fully explorable. We get to experience Hogwarts in the 1800s. Everything looks a little bit different than how you know it, but it's still got that familiar magical feeling. For me, the absolute best part about Hogwarts in the game is we get to fully experience the Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw common rooms for the first time, and they look incredible. Each common room has amazing attention to detail, as well as being a lot bigger than what we see in the films. As a result, we can really immerse ourselves amongst other students and live out our dream of being at Hogwarts. We know there are secret passageways between the common rooms, as well as a bunch of explorable corridors, classrooms, and even dungeons. Moving on, we get a brand new design for the Great Hall. It's got the iconic chanted ceiling and stained glass windows, but it is tailored to the 1800s with some vintage features like shorter tables and table runners along all 4 tables. The house point hourglasses are not in the Great Hall, but are instead located in the entrance hall, as is true in the books. All classrooms are fully adapted as expected, and we can't leave out the library. It looks amazing. Again, much bigger than in the films, and I'm sure it's hiding plenty of secrets for us to discover. Now, Hogwarts Legacy has given us a few new areas as well. First up is the central hub. As you would expect, this acts as a centre point in the castle, allowing you to easily find your way around. We also get something really exciting located in the Clock Tower courtyard. As we see in the gameplay showcase, there is a dueling club where we can practice our dueling skills. Now let's take a look at the outside areas. The Forbidden Forest is still just as scary in Hogwarts Legacy, as we have confirmed giant spiders, centaurs, and thestrals. We also have the addition of the battle arena inside the Forbidden Forest, which is another place we can practice dueling. The Black Lake, the Owlry, and the Wooden Bridge have also been confirmed for the game. There are plenty of places for us to explore outside of the castle grounds, including none other than the fan favourite Hogsmeade. Like the other areas, Hogsmeade has been fully adapted. Shops including Zonko's, Honeydukes, Pippin's Potions, the Hog's Head and the Three Broomsticks have all been confirmed. In Hogsmeade we can explore all of these shops and buy upgrades, gear, materials and outfits. Be careful though, as dark wizards roam the outskirts of the village. It looks like it could be an important location for the main story, but we are also free to visit Hogsmeade at any time. Some new areas outside of the castle grounds have also been added. There are many wizarding hamlets for us to discover and enjoy. Here we will be able to find loot and undertake side quests for NPCs. As for Diagon Alley, this is a possibility. We have seen Ollivanders and have been inside Gringotts. In the latest cinematic trailer, we saw what appears to be the main character in London as we see Big Ben in the background. This definitely hints at Diagon Alley being in Hogwarts Legacy. Overall, Hogwarts Legacy has done a great job at sticking to the lore and expanding on what we see in the films whilst giving us a fresh look at the wizarding world. Now, what can you do to prepare for Hogwarts Legacy? Firstly, it's worth creating a Wizarding World account where you can get sorted into your Hogwarts house. You can then link this account to Hogwarts Legacy and your house and wand will pull through to the game. As a bonus, you also get an exclusive house robe that you can only get by doing this. If you don't link your account, you will be able to choose which house you belong to in the game. Moving on to the character creation, you could think about the name of your character beforehand and what they will look like. There is a lot of detail in the customization and you will be able to create the witch or wizard that you want to be. You will also need to choose your difficulty level. There is story, easy, normal or hard. It looks like combat will not be too hardcore in Hogwarts Legacy as there is no extreme difficulty level. Who will be teaching you in Hogwarts Legacy? Professor Dinah Heeka, a Ravenclaw, will be your defense against the dark arts professor. An ex-Department of Mysteries official, I am sure she will want to join in on the action at some point. Professor Abraham Ronan, a Slytherin, will be your charms professor at Hogwarts. It seems like we may have some extracurricular side quests with Ronan as he has a passion for games of all forms. Next up, your herbology professor is none other than Mirabelle Garlick, a fellow Hufflepuff. Honestly, she seems so sweet and will definitely be our most wholesome professor. On the other hand, Aesop Sharp, the potions professor, is a stern Slytherin who is an ex-Auror for the Ministry of Magic. We mustn't leave out Professor Eleazar Fig, a Gryffindor and teacher of magical theory who is crucial to the main story. Moving on, our divination professor is Professor Onai, our Gryffindor companion's mother who used to teach at the largest wizarding school in Africa. Professor Shah is our astronomy professor. This is really exciting because we have never seen the astronomy classroom at Hogwarts before. What's even more exciting, however, is another Weasley. Professor Matilda Weasley, a Gryffindor, is not only the Transfiguration professor, but also the deputy headmistress at Hogwarts. Super cool to see an ancestor of Ron here in Hogwarts Legacy. Another ancestor is the headmaster, Phineas Nigellus Black, a Slytherin and the most unpopular headmaster Hogwarts has ever had. Phineas Black does not care about his students and could be a hindrance to us in the game. I can't wait to meet all of these new characters. However, there is a professor you will recognise from Harry Potter. The history of magic teacher, Professor Binns, will be in Hogwarts Legacy as you can see here. The combat system in Hogwarts Legacy will be comprehensive. You will mainly be dueling dark wizards and witches, poachers, goblins and corrupted magical creatures. Combat focuses on stunning opponents, then using spell combos and counters to defeat them. Of course, Hogwarts Legacy uses spells from the wizarding world, so it would be a good idea to brush up on your spells and charms work. You will unlock more spells as you progress through the game, and you can slot up to 20 spells. The spell wheel on the HUD allows you to interchange spells quickly, as well as store your essential spells that you will use most often. What's most interesting about the combat is we get to use ancient magic against our opponents. On the HUD, we have an ancient magic meter that drains whenever we use it in combat. All we know so far is that it can deal really high amounts of damage. If you want to embrace being a dark witch or wizard in Hogwarts Legacy, you can cast the unforgivable curses. Avada Kedavra, Crucio and Imperio have been confirmed as usable spells in the game. Don't worry if you're not too confident at fighting, however, as we have the Crossed Ones Dueling Club at Hogwarts to practice with other students. If you have the Deluxe Edition, you'll also have access access to the dark arts battle arena in the Forbidden Forest, where you can practice the unforgivable curses. For me, the best part about combat in Hogwarts Legacy is that you get to define your own fighting style. You could take the stealthy approach and use the disillusionment charm to sneak up on your opponents, or go in all ones blazing if you wanted to. Hands down, one of the most exciting features in Hogwarts Legacy is the Room of Requirement. Fans will recognise this from the books and films, and honestly, how they have incorporated this room into the game is amazing. The Room of Requirement acts as our own personal base within the game. Here we get to upgrade our gear, brew potions and grow magical plants. The attention to detail carries into the Room of Requirement as it's fully customisable. You can change the architecture of the room as well as conjure up your own furniture. What's even more exciting is the Room of Requirement houses our very own vivarium. This is where we can rescue magical animals and give them a safe environment to live in. Like the Room of Requirement, this is fully customisable and we can add in any furniture we want. Moving on to the magical creatures, they will play a big part in the game. It has been confirmed that there are wizard poachers out there trying to harm these magical animals, and some of our side quests will put us on the path to try and stop them. Some of the fantastic beasts that will be in the game are hippogriffs, graphorns, dragons, mooncalves, thestrals and centaurs. Hogwarts Legacy's release date is fast approaching. The standard edition releases on February 10th for PC, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. However, if you pre-order the Deluxe, Digital Deluxe or Collector's Edition, you will get 3 days early access starting on the 7th of February. Unfortunately, last gen release for consoles is later on April 4th, with Nintendo Switch on the 25th of July. You also get some extra benefits for pre-ordering and buying the more expensive editions. If you pre-order any edition, including the base game, you'll get the Felix Felicis potion recipe as well as the Onyx Hippogriff mount. Upgrading to the Deluxe Edition will give you the exclusive Dark Arts cosmetic set, Dark Arts Battle Arena, and a Thestral mount. The most expensive version of Hogwarts Legacy, the Collector's Edition, will give you an exclusive Kelpie robe as well as the steel case and floating wand and book. Consider which edition of the game you want to get before buying and whether you want to pre-order it or wait for the release. For lucky PS5 players, you'll be happy to know there is an exclusive PlayStation quest called the Haunted Hogsmeade Shop. In this quest, the player uncovers a dark secret at a haunted shop in Hogsmeade, and you get to keep the shop after completing the quest. All other players will have access to this quest a year later in February 2024. Now, my fellow PC players, one of the most important things you need to do before buying Hogwarts Legacy is please check your specs. At a minimum, Hogwarts Legacy requires an Intel Core i5 or a Ryzen 5, 16GB of RAM, and a GTX 960 or AMD RX 470. If you want to play on ultra high settings, you'll need an Intel Core i7 or a Ryzen 7, 32GB of RAM, and a GTX 3090 Ti or an AMD RX 7900 XT. Please also make sure you have enough storage space, as Hogwarts Legacy will take up 85GB. So now you are equipped with everything you need to know before you start playing Hogwarts Legacy. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions about the game, and I really hope you enjoy playing. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more Hogwarts Legacy content. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.